When I came out in 2002, there weren't a lot of options for places to go. But in 2004, when Pulse opened, I was here. When it reopened years later, I was here. In 2016, I remember waking up to all these text messages, calls from people all over the country, family, friends. Are you okay? I hadn't been here in a very long time. And I was part of this community that was grieving, but wasn't allowed to do it publicly. So the One Pulse Foundation becomes the point person. The commissioner becomes the face of this process. And what we learn now 7 years later is it's basically abandoned. There's no security here anymore. There's no lights on at night. There's no one here to do what should have been done years ago. When Las Vegas had their tragedy, they already have a memorial up. What we tried to do was create a movement instead of a memorial. This place should have been raised long ago. People throughout this community, throughout the LGBT community, throughout the people that drive by here every day, they think it's time for something to have been done. We didn't need a parking garage. We didn't need the entire block. We needed a place to go and memorialize the victims, support the families, and move on. But now that the discussions between the city and the One Pulse Foundation, once again, this is not the first time. It started in 2016. There was a deal struck. They were ready to sell the building to the city in 2016. It fell apart because of the city council and the mayor. Recently, we had the same opportunity. And now we know there's no opportunity for any type of resolve. So, as a member of this community, I'm saddened as I look even around the fact that the grounds are no longer being taken care of. The pictures are starting to fade on the walls. It's time to get everybody back in a room, which I know I can do. Get everybody back in the room. The mayor, the city council, Barbara and Rosario Palma, the owners, who are very reasonable people who happen to own a business this tragedy happened at. And say, let's figure out a way to get the deal done so that the people have a place to come to. Even if it's a fountain with chairs around, benches around it. It doesn't have to be too fancy. It has to be a place of memorial. People died here. When I found out that when the police entered, although the music had stopped, the disco ball was still turning. I had danced under that disco ball before. I knew there were cell phones going off, as has been reported, that we learned that people were trying to check in on their friends and their loved ones. That's not the way it should have gone. Listen, I'm the commissioner. I'm the person that can make this happen.